Before I start this video, I just want you all to know that this video was originally intended to be the last video of 2025, but due to things that I will be addressing in this video, the video ended up getting pushed back. Anyways, let's get started. And man, I have a lot to talk about. If I had to describe 2025, folks,
It was terrible. Terrible.
2025 wasn't even terrible. It was a horrible, disastrous year, particularly due to my mental health and a lot of geopolitical crap. 2025 was especially worse for the following communities, including but not limited to the LGBT community, the Hispanic community, the Black community, mentally and physically challenged people, women, science, and immigration communities. With the amount of restrictions the administration has imposed on those communities, it was definitely not a great year for them. In fact, it also wasn't a great year when it came to politics. But at the same time, I'm not here to talk about or address politics. I'm here to make a life update video. So yeah, 2025 was not a great year for me, especially with the deaths of Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, Bob Rayner, Malcolm Jamal, Jane Goodell, Jonathan Josh, Charlie Kirk, Adam the Woo, and so many others, including family members from my cousin's side. In fact, when Charlie Kirk died, that just gave me more reasons to why I was glad 2025 was coming to a close, especially with how disastrous 2025 went for me. 2025 had too much drama, especially when I had to deal with bad tenants, parking space disputes, personal issues with my family, and a crappy holiday season, which I am going to talk about next. This past holiday season was atrocious, as it was filled with so much stress because of once again personal issues with my family, especially with how terrible my mother's birthday went, which I am still mad to this day because I never got the dinner that I was promised. Not to mention how much my physical and mental health self destructed during the holiday season because of once again family and keyboard crap stress. This is the reason why the My Hero Academia video did not come out until New Year's Eve. Although I was trying to get it released earlier, a lot of things that were beyond my control happened. In fact, I was supposed to be finished with the whole crime video series by now, but again, things happened beyond my control. Besides, my mental health was collapsing. Honestly, I'm glad that dumpster fire train wreck year is over, especially because of the too much negativity I had to deal with, especially around the holiday season. I hope next holiday season will be better. In fact, I hope the entirety of 2026 is positive. Now that that's out of the way, now to address another thing. Does anyone remember the last video I made where I said I was done with Ernesto and his peers' stupid keyboard crap? Well, I'm gonna have to address it again, this time for the final time, and after that, I will no longer call him or his peers out unless they start stuff again. But, anyways, here's what I must say. As much as it grosses me out that people are still going to support Ernesto this year and years to come, I have to understand that at the end of the day, there's nothing I can absolutely do about them. If they still choose to be friends with him and his thugs, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it other than just pray that one day they wake up and leave them. I am no longer going to stress myself over people that don't like me, and honestly, like my mother said, I have to relax at the end of the day. The amount of damage I've done to myself because of extreme stress and fear goes to show you that I am ultimately destroying myself for people that don't care. And like my mother warned me, if I continue to stress myself like this, it's going to result in negative health issues, and honestly, she's not wrong, as stress can cause heart attacks, strokes, and cancers. Do you think those bastards would care if I end up in the hospital because of a stress inducing illness? Of course not, so you can't blame my mother for telling me to relax, especially because of hair loss I have because of stress. This is why I rejected Ernesto's apology, and this is also why I restricted him and his followers even more, especially Ian and all those that stood silent while his friends sent death and racist threats to me after I moved on from Ernesto. Honestly, can you blame me for why I'm still upset with my mother, especially after what she said to me in 2024? Because instead of telling the kids to stop harassing her child online, she told me to sleep. However, like she told me last year, if she had told the parents, it would be very difficult because they're not children anymore. They're adult children, which means their parents have less control of them now than when they were younger. And not only that, she also told me that it would have made things worse, but even then, I wouldn't have cared because all it would do is just give me more reasons to why I'm no longer friends with them and why I pray people just stop being friends with them. Honestly, can you blame me for why I want Ernesto and Ian to be in exile? But at the same time, whether they're in exile or not, I have to do my part by no longer giving them relevancy. The less relevancy I give them, the less I'll be stressed and mad about it. While I still have the right to be upset about not being invited to their hangouts 4 years ago, I have to understand that maybe it was good that I wasn't invited, especially knowing how awful and cruel people can be. At the end of the day, I am no longer going to cry for people that are beyond repair. If they choose to be that way still, that's their life and there's nothing I can do about it other than just pray that they change. Otherwise, I have to leave it alone. Now that I got what I needed to get out, it's time to announce this very important announcement before I end this video. Once part 2 of the My Hero Academia video comes out in summer 2026, crime videos will officially be cancelled and new content will be coming soon. And honestly, I can't wait to be done with the videos for good. In fact, once the final crime video is released, I'm going to be taking a social media detox. I don't know when, but it's going to be as soon as the final crime video is published. Once that happens, don't expect videos for a while, as honestly, I need to take a break from social media, especially as my physical and mental health haven't been doing so great because of stress and all that. Anyways, until next time, guys. Good night.